1181.
Hi, this is William Gravely, pharmacist at Medical Arts Pharmacy, with some interesting facts. Did you know that 1 in 5 new prescriptions written by prescribers are never filled? Did you know that half of all prescriptions that are filled are taken incorrectly? Well, it's true, and at Medical Arts, we're doing something about it. What we're doing is called medicine adherence, and it includes talking to you about why you need your particular medicine, how to take it, and what to expect when you do take it regularly. It includes syncing your prescriptions together so you'll never miss a filling date, and it includes contacting your prescriber so you won't be without a refill unnecessarily. Most importantly, it includes communicating with you about the status of your medicines, because we understand that if you don't take your medicines, your overall health will suffer, and we're not going to let that happen. These are free services because we care about your health. Come see us today. It's easy to transfer your prescriptions to us and get started on the road to better health. Medicine adherence from Medical Arts, the pharmacy that cares about you.
A local radio service of Royce Radio Incorporated. This is WCLU Glasgow. WCLU FM Munfordville, Glasgow. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by TheraWorks Relief.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. History is made along the Korean border today. South Korea's Moon Jae-in, as he and North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un signed a pact pledging to end the war between the two countries. CBS's Ben Tracy in Seoul.
This is a scene that I don't think anyone could have predicted even just a few months ago. You had the leaders of North and South Korea hugging each other, holding their hands in the air after signing this agreement, and people singing in the room.
That scene after Kim became the first North Korean leader to set foot on southern soil since 1953. On the pact itself,
you have the two Koreas agreeing to officially end the Korean War, and they say they're going to do that by the end of the year. You have North Korea and South Korea agreeing to what they're calling the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Now that sounds great, but the devil is in the details.
President Moon, through an interpreter, says relatives separated since the 1950s by the Korean War will be reunified.
The North and South will cooperate together, and the separated families will meet again.
The date given, August 15th. President Trump has just tweeted saying, good things are happening, but only time will tell. Mike Pompeo flies straight to Brussels after being sworn in as Secretary of State.
The President very much wanted me to get here, and I'm glad we're able to make it, and I look forward to a productive visit here today.
Pompeo meeting with NATO allies before moving on to Saudi Arabia, Jerusalem, and Jordan over the next few days. Another high-profile news anchor is accused of sexual misconduct. War correspondent Linda Vester tells Variety he was a co-worker.
I was groped and assaulted by Tom Brokaw, then the anchor of NBC Nightly News.
Brokaw denies the allegations. The 78-year-old claims he met with Vester twice, briefly, at her request to give her career advice. The man once considered America's dad will have to register as a sex offender. Bill Cosby confined to his home in suburban Philadelphia as he awaits sentencing after yesterday's sex assault conviction. The comedian faces up to 30 years in prison. His attorneys say they'll appeal. Prince William and Duchess Kate have chosen a name for their second son. CBS's Larry Miller in London.
The new royal baby will be known as Prince Louis. His full name, announced by parents Prince William and Catherine, is Louis Arthur Charles Windsor. His official title, His Royal Highness Prince Louis of Cambridge.
He is fifth in line to the British throne, right behind his sibs, George and Charlotte. Dow futures down 80. This is CBS News.
To prevent and relieve muscle cramps in your legs and feet, use TheraWorks Relief. Get TheraWorks Relief today at select Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid pharmacies or TheraWorksRelief.com.
Ever wonder why Europeans seem to speak so many languages? Maybe it's because they use Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app in Europe. Babbel's award-winning technology gets you speaking right away, whether you're learning Spanish, French, or German. And best of all, you'll remember what you've learned.
I always thought I was bad at languages, but after using Babbel, I can tell you I was just taught the wrong way.
Using Babbel's 10 to 15-minute lessons, you can be speaking confidently in your new language within weeks.
I was amazed that I could start having real-life conversations right away. It was so fast, and now I'm speaking Spanish. Woohoo!
No wonder Babbel is the #1 selling language learning app in Europe. Try it for yourself and see why Babbel is the quick way to get conversational in a new language, like Spanish, French, or more. And now you can get 50% off your first 3 months. Just go to Babbel.com and use promo code START. That's Babbel.com. Code START. BABBEL.com. Code START.
Maybe there is a way to cheat death.
Scientists say it could one day allow humans to become immortal. In experiments on pigs, researchers were able to keep the animals' brains alive for up to 36 hours after they'd been decapitated. It's the first time a brain was kept alive outside the body. A radical and controversial experiment involved the pumping of oxygen-rich artificial blood into the brain to maintain its function. Experts say the experiments could pave the way for humans to become immortal by keeping the brain alive on artificial systems after the body has died. Jim Shenevy, CBS News.
New study shows dark chocolate can do wonders for your mental and physical health. Research from Loma Linda University shows chocolate with a minimum of 70% cacao can decrease stress levels, inflammation, as well as improve your memory and immunity. Participants each given a 48-gram of dark chocolate to eat at the beginning of the experiment. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Get off the debt treadmill and stop the harassment. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Call now at 866-844-7344 for free information. For about 10 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Get off the endless cycle without having to declare bankruptcy. You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 866-844-7344. That's 866-844-7344.
U.S. Bank encourages you to think outside the square. U.S. Bank in Glasgow offers multiple solutions to take credit card payments from your phone or tablet. Yes, U.S. Bank can take your small business mobile. Call Irvin Sorrell at 659-3200 in Glasgow, or Wes Mauser at 651-2106, or in Cave City, call Cheryl Davidson at 773-3112. Whether you're selling produce at the farmer's market or finalizing a construction project, U.S. Bank has a payment solution for you with 24/7 customer service. So think outside the square for your small business. It's all of us serving you. U.S. Bank, member FDIC.
Mommy's at TJ Sampson Community Hospital. I've been there lots of times. Like when I broke my arm, Grandpa had his knee fixed there. They made Grandma's heart all better. And my whole family goes there when there's a medical need. They even help my dad stop snoring. TJ's close, so you can get there quickly. Which is good, because today, I'm in a hurry to meet my little brother for the first time.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Your community. Your hospital.
Here for your whole life.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, 7 minutes after 6 o'clock here at WCLU. Waking up with 47 degrees and waking up with a little bit of fog out there this morning. Just kind of beginning to form. We'll check in with Ray Stajic first off and get a handle on the way the day is shaping up to be. And then we'll look at the weekend and the current conditions for you this morning.
Well, it was a tricky forecast yesterday. Some got a little bit of rain, some didn't. And once again, it looked like most of the rainfall was south and none to the north. Now, with the moisture locked into the surface, we've got some patchy fog around this morning. So slow your roll. We'll get into the afternoon, probably even sooner we'll brighten it up. So if you don't have fog, you're already starting to see the clouds break up into the afternoon, partly cloudy. And with the fog this morning, maybe some sprinkles of rain. This afternoon, 71, so we are milder because we've got that strong late April sunshine. Tonight, clear, 46. Tomorrow, sunny, cooler, a northwest breeze, 63. Tomorrow night, we're going dangerously close to freezing, 34 degrees the projected low. Some of us have some patchy frost around. Then mostly sunny on Sunday, highs in the low 60s, and then the real warm-up begins. By Monday, big area of high pressure, large and in charge. Sunny low 70s into the upper 70s, maybe 80 degrees by Tuesday. Low 80s and dry weather expected Wednesday and Thursday. Well, I could take most of next week off. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Yeah, you could take next week off, Ray, but it just wouldn't be fun. We've got, let me talk about the visibility right now. First of all, we have, normally we have 10-mile visibility on a clear day at the Glasgow Airport. At the Glasgow Airport this morning, it's less than a quarter of a mile. It's actually 0.15 of a mile, 0.15. That's not very far. As you look out on the horizon, this morning, 0.15 of a mile at the airport. Calm winds, 100% humidity, and let's see, we have the pressure down at 29.86. We had some sprinkles yesterday, but not enough to trip the rain gauge at all. So that's where we are. 47 degrees live in the newsroom. It's round one of local news. And news director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Well, you can't fake out the police. Cave City Police Officer Joey Judd arrested 24-year-old Brandy Kersey of Horse Cave, along with 27-year-old Brandon Ragland of Bowling Green, Tuesday evening. Officer Judd was called to the Watermill restaurant after receiving a report that there was a couple trying to pass counterfeit money. Officer Judd arrived, and when he started to place Kersey under arrest after the investigation, she became belligerent, according to Cave City Police. Kersey was arrested, charged with criminal possession of a forged instrument, resisting arrest, and menacing. After placing Ragland under arrest, he was found to be in possession of methamphetamine. Ragland was charged with criminal possession of a forged instrument and possession of a controlled substance. Cave City Police say additional charges are pending. Both were lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And Cave City Police Officer Mark Johnson arrested 36-year-old John Satterley of Bonneville, also on Tuesday. Officer Johnson saw a black Pontiac G6 on Broadway Street with an equipment violation. He made a traffic stop, and when he activated his emergency equipment, the vehicle began to flee. After a short pursuit, the vehicle wrecked just outside of Griderville Road, and the driver and the passenger then got out and fled from the car. After a short foot pursuit, Officer Johnson was able to take Satterley into custody. He was arrested, charged with fleeing or evading police, menacing, and drug paraphernalia. Satterley was also served with an outstanding Barron County warrant. Police say other charges are pending on the driver of the vehicle. Satterley was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And on Wednesday, the Drug Task Force executed a search warrant at a home on Temple Hill Road in reference to a drug investigation they were conducting. Once their deputies discovered about a quarter ounce of crystal meth hidden in a bedroom, along with marijuana, scales, and drug paraphernalia. 43-year-old Stephanie Massey, 26-year-old William Froge, both lived at the home. They were both charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Both were lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. The Barron County Sheriff's Office assisted the Drug Task Force. And authorities say a Kentucky teen who walked out of school and left with an unknown person messaged a friend to call police. News outlets cite a release from the Berea that says 15-year-old Amber Wagers left Berea Community School Wednesday morning. Drove off with someone investigators believe she met through social media. Police say she later messaged a friend saying she was possibly being taken to Ohio and the police needed to be called. Berea Police spokesman Jake Reed says police determined Wagers left of her own free will. There's no threat to the school or the students. He called the case really concerning. Reed says investigators are trying to access Wagers' social media accounts. She's listed as a missing person, however, an Amber Alert has not been issued. A recent session of the Barron County Grand Jury's returned several indictments. 25-year-old James Fancher of Glasgow was indicted on 2 counts, drug paraphernalia and possession of a controlled substance. 27-year-old Michael Yanez of Glasgow was indicted on 12 counts, 1 count of kidnapping, 3 counts of kidnapping of an adult, assault 4th degree, possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, 4 counts of wanton endangerment, persistent felony offender, and criminal mischief. 38-year-old Patricia Hopper of Glasgow was indicted on 4 counts, possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, unlawful transaction with a minor, 2 counts of that. 36-year-old Travis Smiley of Glasgow was indicted on 1 count of theft by unlawful taking $10,000 or more, 1 count of theft by unlawful taking under $500. 42-year-old Gregory Ballard of Glasgow was indicted on 2 counts, resisting arrest and fleeing or evading police. An 18-year-old Gilberto Domingo Ortiz of Glasgow was indicted for 3 counts, giving officer a false name, theft of identity, and criminal possession of a forged instrument. Remember, an indictment's an accusation only. All individuals should be considered as innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law.
It shows me that people are learning about substance. we stopped for gas in this little place called Munfordville, and I even had to Siri it. I was like, Siri, where are we? She's like, you're in Hart County, Kentucky, Munfordville. And I'm like, where? Like, I grew up in Kentucky and didn't know where this place was.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband said, well, we need a sign to, if we need to move here. I said, can't we just live here? It's so close to Nashville. It's so close to Fort Knox. It's right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I walked in the 5-star, there was this huge display of L8s. I said, well, there's your sign.
There you go.
I said, they've got L8. So we drove around town for about 15 minutes and found the cutest little cabin ever on the square.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day we signed the lease and started moving all our stuff in. And
a while back during our morning show, you heard the Munfordville song that was written and performed by Sarah Beth Terry. We caught back up with Sarah Beth Terry, who we'll say is one of South Central Kentucky's most rising stars. You can catch that full interview at 7:30 this morning. 6:14 a.m., 47 degrees.
Hi, I'm Helena Chase Birdwell. I was raised right here in Barron County, and generations of my roots grow deep here. I have spent my career serving people in local, state, and federal government offices, and I want to continue that by serving you, the people of Barron County, as your next Barron County clerk. If elected, I will bring fresh ideas to the office while continuing the excellent work the office already does. On May 22nd, I need your support. Vote Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to...
On Twitter, join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
In more local news, today is the Farm, Home, and Garden Expo at the Glasgow National Guard Armory. You can catch the full story and the details of what's going on. Again, that's today and tomorrow at 7 o'clock when we talk with the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce's Executive Vice President, Mr. Ernie Myers. The Bowling Green-Warren County Drug Task Force is participating in the USDA's prescription drug take-back campaign, with over 5,000 sites nationwide have joined the effort that seeks to prevent increased pill abuse and theft. There are 3 collection points in Bowling Green tomorrow: Bowling Green Police Department on Kentucky Street, Greenwood High School on Scottsville Road, and the Kentucky State Police Post 3 on Nashville Road. Drug overdose are now the leading cause of injury-related death in the U.S., eclipsing deaths from motor vehicle crashes or firearms. And yesterday, around 6 p.m., State Police Electronic Crime Branch arrested 56-year-old Richard Abbott on charges related to distribution and possession of matter portraying a sex performance by a minor. He was arrested as a result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. They began their investigation after discovering that he was sharing files of child sexual exploitation online. The investigation resulted in the execution of a search warrant at his home in Bowling Green. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to the KSP Forensic Lab for investigation. Currently, Abbott's charged with 1 count of distribution of matter portraying a sex performance by a minor and 20 counts of possession of the same. According to state police, each charge is a Class D felony punishable by 1 to 5 years in prison. Experts say that fighting drug addiction takes more than willpower, a message that new data shows many Kentuckians understand. The latest Kentucky Health Issues poll found 7 in 10 adults in the state believe addiction's a disease, regardless of whether they had first-hand experience with addiction. Dr. Lynn Sadler with the Northern Kentucky Health Department is encouraged by the findings, which she says show a shift away from the misguided notion that addiction is a character flaw.
It shows me that people are learning about substance use disorders, and they are recognizing that we are dealing with a disease and we need to treat it like we treat other diseases and approach it in a similar manner.
The number of drug overdose deaths in Kentucky was the 5th highest in the nation in 2016. Sadler is hopeful the findings of the poll can lessen the stigma associated with substance abuse, so the state can be more successful at addressing the problem. She says drug use alters brain function, causing sometimes long-lasting changes that can result in harmful behavior. She notes there's been progress in finding effective treatments that can help sustain long-term recovery.
Just like with mental health, there are medications, but there's also counseling and psychological therapy. That's an important component of that. Effective treatment for substance use disorders has to be a combination of modalities to be effective.
Among poll respondents who said they believe addiction is a disease, 8 in 10 also felt it's both physical and psychological. Adults living in northern areas of Kentucky were more likely to consider addiction a disease, while those in eastern Kentucky were less likely. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. It's 6:19 a.m. on this finally Friday morning, 47 degrees.
We're kicking off Let's Talk Barron County. People have an opportunity to ask questions, voice concerns. Together, we can find the answers right here. You just need to let people speak. Allen County has a higher median income per family than Barron County, but we have more resources. I believe together we can move this thing forward. That's what I want to do as your next Barron County Judge Executive. Let's Talk Barron County, Thursday, May the 3rd at 7:30 p.m. on WCLU, EPB6, and Facebook Live.
In Edmonson County.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A missing Berea teen is found safe in Louisville. Police say 15-year-old Amber Renee Wagers left Berea Community School around 10 Thursday morning with the person she may have met online. Lieutenant Jake Reed with the Berea Police Department says this can be a wake-up call for all parents.
What kind of apps they have on their phone, who they're talking to, because these parents had no idea that she would be leaving.
Reed says that parents need to be aware of what their teens are doing online and who they are speaking to online. Louisville's police chief says he is concerned about the string of recent officer-involved shootings. The latest came Wednesday when an officer shot and killed 42-year-old Isaac Jackson. Chief Steve Conrad says it's the 4th officer-involved shooting in Kentucky in a little more than a week. Montgomery County public health managers are warning anyone who ate at the McDonald's in Mount Sterling. A worker at the restaurant was diagnosed with hepatitis A. Kentucky health officials say they've seen over 300 cases of hepatitis A this year. And new data shows a shifting perception about drug addiction in Kentucky.
70% of adults in a recent Kentucky Health Issues poll believe addiction is a disease, which experts say helps reduce the stigma in asking for help with a substance use disorder. Dr. Lynn Sadler with the Northern Kentucky Health Department is encouraged by the findings.
It shows me that people are learning about substance use disorders, and they are recognizing that we are dealing with a disease and we need to treat it like we treat other diseases and approach it in a similar manner.
The number of drug overdose deaths in Kentucky was 5th highest in the nation in 2016. I'm Suzanne Duval.
And 2 former Louisville Cardinals are headed to the NFL. The Green Bay Packers draft cornerback Jair Alexander at number 18, and quarterback Lamar Jackson went 32nd overall to the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
It's 6:23 WCLU. Heavy fog out there this morning. Or visibility is, if I can say the word, visibility is less than a quarter of a mile right now at the Glasgow Airport. 0.15 of a mile. That's how thick the fog has gotten just within the last 45 minutes or so. Let's factor that in and drive with caution today. In area funeral announcements this hour, Tavana Elaine Elmore, age 55, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at her home. She was born in Glasgow, the daughter of Clifton Elmore and Charlotte Jones Elmore of Glasgow, who survived. Tavana had been an employee of McPeak Vision Center before becoming ill. In addition to her parents, she is survived by two children, Jordan Saltzman and wife Amanda of Bonnieville, and Kimberly Brown Dobbs of Glasgow. A sister, LaDonna Claywell, and husband Sam of Elizabethtown. Four grandchildren, Kyler Dobbs, Adam, Jashley, and Axel Saltzman. Also surviving several aunts, uncles, cousins, and her dog and sidekick, Rusty. Funeral services for Tavana Elaine Elmore will be Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 2 p.m. Carl Edward Deckard, age 73, of Glasgow, died Thursday at his home. He was a veteran serving in the U.S. Army and was retired from SKF in Glasgow. He is survived by his wife, Carolyn Kenslow Deckard, a daughter, Lisa Myers, and husband, Paul, of Bowling Green, a son, Christopher Ray Deckard, of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, two grandchildren, Katie and Sarah Myers, 8 sisters, Verna Massey, Margaret McGuire, Shirley McLeod, Lorraine Bishop, Agnes Potts, Carolyn Berry, Betty Smith, and Georgia Key, and a brother, Billy Deckard. Funeral services for Carl Edward Deckard will be at 3:30 on Sunday at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins at 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Betty Jean Madison, age 84, of Brownsville, died Wednesday at Vanderbilt Medical Center. Betty was a homemaker and a seamstress for Union Underwear. She also attended Brownsville Missionary Baptist Church. She leaves to honor her memory a son, Keith Madison of Brandenburg, 5 grandchildren, Eric Madison of Woodburn, Michael Lee Meredith of Oakland, Elizabeth Kane of Flaherty, Justin Meredith of Brownsville, and Ethan Madison of Brandenburg. 2 great-grandchildren also survive. 2 brothers, Bill Smith of Smiths Grove and Jim Smith of Nashville. 2 sisters, Pat James of Bowling Green and Wanda Harold of Smiths Grove, and a son-in-law, Jerry Meredith of Brownsville. Service for Betty Jean Madison will be Saturday at 1 o'clock at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel. Interment is to be in the Rocky Hill Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 2 p.m. Memorial contributions can be made to the Rocky Hill Cemetery. Ernest Leon White, age 75, of Edmonton, died Wednesday at Vanderbilt Hospital. Leon was retired from SKF, a member of the Edmonton Baptist Church, the Edmonton Masonic Lodge, Edmonton Eastern Star, and Metcalfe County American Legion. He was a U.S. Army veteran and is survived by his wife of 55 years, Patricia Smith White of Edmonton, 2 sons, Chris White and Patrick White of Edmonton, a daughter, Robin Wilson of Edmonton, a brother, Randy Vibbert of Indiana, 8 grandchildren, Crystal Davis, Jessica Taylor, Kristen White, Kelsey White, C.J. White, Holden White, Colby White, Kaylee White, Taylor Hollingsworth, and Camden Johnson. 8 great-grandchildren survive as well. Services with Masonic Rites and Eastern Star services for Ernest Leon White will be Saturday at 1 o'clock at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burials to be in the Medcalf County Memorial Gardens. Visitation from 2 until 8 today and after 9 o'clock Saturday at the funeral home. Clarine Thomas, age 88, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at Diversicare. The Barron County native was a homemaker and had been employed at Sorensen Manufacturing Company in Glasgow. She was a member of the Freedom Baptist Church and is survived by 4 children, Jesse Thomas, Jr., and wife Martha Nell of Glasgow, Joanne Gum and husband John Gordon Gum of Harrodsburg, Teresa Lewis and husband Nicholas of Savannah, Tennessee, and Timothy Thomas and wife Brenda of Glasgow. 7 grandchildren, John Thomas, Charlie Thomas, Allison Amshoft, Karen Trial, Melissa Stobie, Dr. Amanda Lewis and fiancé Dr. Gilbert Brown, and Heather Ahmet. 6 great-grandchildren and 2 step-great-grandchildren survive as well. Service for Clarine Thomas will be at 1 o'clock Sunday at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Burial in the Bethlehem Cemetery. Visitation begins at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Services for Jerry Linda Forbes, age 75, of Horse Cave, will be Saturday at 1 o'clock at the Wynn Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Horse Cave Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. Service for Dennis Lane Butch Wright, age 70, of Brownsville, will be at 3 o'clock Saturday at the Grayville Funeral Home. Visitation begins from noon until 3 p.m. Saturday at the funeral home. Alternate expressions of sympathy can be made in the form of donations to the St. Jude's or to the Parkinson's Research Foundation. Services for Nancy Bowles Christie, age 68, of Heistville, will be today at 2 o'clock at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Heistville Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Every year, you really want to give the best gifts to the best mom, yours. But it's not all that easy to do on your own. That's why Jeff's Country Florists and Gifts can step in and help you hit a home run on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 13th. Flowers are at their peak this spring, and the designers at Jeff's have created a number of thoughtful arrangements to make her day in the best way. We'll deliver them locally or around the world, wherever Mom lives. And it's not just flowers. Our gift selection has some new and thoughtful gifts that will touch your heart. Stop into Jeff's Country Florists and Gifts on Scottsville Road in Haywood, or call and talk about it at 678-3575. Make Mother's Day special with the help of Jeff's Country Florists and Gifts.
6:30 at WCLU, waking up with 45 degrees. Where did I get that 7? 45 degrees here this morning at WCLU. Let's turn to local sports. Softball yesterday. It was Barron County defeating Russellville 11-1 in a 5-inning affair. Edmonson County over Caverna 12-2. Hart County beats LaRue County 13-4. It was Medcalf County's Lady Hornets over Clinton County 10-3, and Monroe County down Campbellsville 15-2. Baseball yesterday. Glasgow ousted South Warren 7-6, and Warren East downing Warren Central by a final score of 10-4. High school softball today. Glasgow hosts Barron County at American Legion Park. This is a makeup game from earlier this week. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune will have live coverage starting at 4:55 on 1490 WCLU. Online at playwclu.com. The game time is set for 5 p.m. Other softball action today. Caverna goes to Adair County. Hart County is on the road at North Bullitt. Edmonson County travels to Grayson County. Medcalf County plays at Campbellsville, and Monroe County visits Russellville. In baseball this afternoon, Glasgow travels to Medcalf County. Caverna hosts Hart County. Edmonson County welcomes John Hardin, and Allen County Scottsville plays at South Warren. That's a check of local sports.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us, the People's Bank, working for you.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
We need to check out the forecast as we head into the weekend. We're starting off, first of all, with fog, which is always a dangerous start to the day. Let's get ready to explain some of that.
We've got some cooler weather on the way, but after a little cool down that's coming on in, especially on some of the overnight lows, pay attention to those. We're going to get into a run as we get into next week of temperatures well into the 70s and maybe a few days spent in the low 80s. Where should we be? In the mid-70s. Today we're almost there. Areas of patchy fog, maybe a sprinkle of rain this morning, partly cloudy this afternoon, 71. Tonight clear, 46. Tomorrow plenty of sunshine. We're a little bit cooler. Northwest breeze, 63. 34 tomorrow night. So some colder air coming in tomorrow night. Sunny, low 60s on Sunday. Back in the 30s Sunday night into Monday morning. And plenty of jackets left at school Monday. Mostly sunny. You'll have the jackets on in the morning. Kids in the afternoon in the low 70s. You'll probably forget them. Tuesday, mostly sunny, upper 70s, then the low 80s coming in by Wednesday and Thursday. I'm Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. I think it's funny how you are concerned about those jackets. And I know why I'm concerned, because I don't think I'm ever going to warm up this spring. What do you think? Current conditions, the barometer is at 29.86. Humidity is at 100%. Not a lot of wind, northwest at 1. No precip in the past 24 hours. We do have, with that 100% humidity and these cool temperatures here at 45 degrees, some fog out there, visibility of 0.15 of a mile at the Glasgow airport at least, and that could thicken very quickly. It also could burn off pretty quickly too. Let's be aware of that today. 45 at WCLU. It is 6:35.
There are TJ Sampson providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Hi, Hi, I'm Helena Chase Birdwell. I was raised right here in Barron County, and generations of my roots grow deep here. I have spent my career serving people in local, state, and federal government offices, and I want to continue that by serving you, the people of Barron County, as your next Barron County clerk. If elected, I will bring fresh ideas to the office while continuing the excellent work the office already does. On May 22nd, I need your support. Vote Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
Smith Siding, 109 Ensminger Drive, behind Dairy Queen.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Let me tell you about the birthday honorees we have today. First off, we need to talk about Amanda Larkin, who is celebrating today. It is Doug McPherson. Happy birthday to you, Doug. We also have Brian King celebrating a birthday. It is Bobby Brown. Bobby is 78 today. Misty Froggett is celebrating a birthday today, too. How about Sarah Poland? Hollywood. Gordon Melton. That's Gordon Melton who has a birthday today. Terry Jones. Joey Hunley. Joey, your family called up. Or actually, it's his son, it says here. His son called up to wish Joey Hunley a happy birthday today. So, good thought there from your boy, Joey. Tyler England is 25 today. Christopher Simmons is 25 today. We also have the birthday of Larry Daffron. Will Brody Spillman is 11 today, and we have the 20th wedding anniversary for Timmy and Shirley Miller today. Saturday, Peggy Atkinson is going to be 77. Amy Kilman is 43. Dennis Vibbert is 23. Where is that gong? We're going to sound the 70 gong, the big 7-0. Oh, wait, that's not a very good gong. Hold on. The big 7-0 for Peggy Spears on Saturday. Terry Sherfy has a birthday on Saturday. In fact, we know that it's Terry Sherfy's 49th birthday on Saturday. Jonathan Morris is 14. Cheryl Bailey. Victoria Silvestri is 19. Loretta Russell. Diane Chaplin. Eli Middleton, all with birthdays on Saturday. On Sunday, let's see here. Let me tell you, we got to sound the big 6-0, the 60 gong Sunday for Jackie Knuckles. Happy 60th birthday to Jackie Knuckles on Sunday. Lisa Owen, Erica Woosnam with a birthday on Sunday. Tammy Perkins, 37. Ellen Bennell, Junior Bailey, Tammy Perkins, and Caden Marion. Now, Caden is 14, can you believe it, on Sunday. Congratulations. I think we've got everybody here, but we have been known to miss one or two, so keep pointing at us here. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLU. Radio.com. By the way, let me tell you, it's Misty Froggett Day on the radio, and here's why. Misty was nominated to be Good as Gold today, and it's from her family, the nomination for Misty Froggett to be Good as Gold Person of the Day today, and we're glad to make that happen. So if you see Misty Froggett down, you pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Recent studies that have been done by the Barna Group, a religious research firm, are finding out that people feel more stressed out and more alone now than they did just 10 years ago. It used to be the case that if you ask someone, "How are you?" they probably said the generic, "Good." Today you ask someone, "How are you?" the most likely answer, "Busy," or even "tired." We are so stressed out, and most often we feel so alone. The answer is found in Scripture. Psalm 46, verse 10. You want to know how to feel less stress? You want to know how to never feel alone? Be still and know that I am God. I'll be exalted among the nations. I'll be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. What a wonderful thought. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Hey, Pops, let me jump in here and tell you about a couple more birthdays we just got. I'm reckon you're on the phone, aren't you? I think he is on the phone. So I'll go ahead and give those birthdays to you. First up, Helen Martin has a birthday today. Helen Martin, happy birthday to you. And then Sunday, we have a birthday for Miss Agnes Nadil. Agnes is 89 years young today. So some of your kin folks called that in, Agnes, and hope you're enjoying your birthday weekend. It starts right now. Back after this on WCLU.
Purchasing a vehicle can be a very big yet exciting decision. Here at Goodman Automotive, we strive to do our best to make this experience a whole lot easier. Not only are you getting great vehicles from trusted brands like Chevrolet, Cadillac, and Nissan, but also the integrity of a dealership that has been around for 3 generations. For over 60 years, it has been an honor for our family to serve this community. We truly value our relationships with our customers and look forward to many more to come. You never have to choose between competitive prices, a great value, and quality customer service. Goodman Automotive has it all. Even after your purchase, we are committed to those same 3 principles for your entire ownership experience. With a dedicated service, parts, and body shop, our factory-trained professionals are here to deliver the Goodman promise of customer service. In a world of box chains and mega dealers, you will find the hometown hospitality you know you can trust at Goodman Chevrolet Cadillac Nissan at the corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow. Things were never better at Goodman.
Great deals, no games. Come home to Goodman.
Let me sound a gong. It's a big gong right here. Let me sound the 90 gong. Tomorrow on the 90 gong, it's going to be the birthday of Geneva Smith. That's right. Geneva Smith is going to be, wait a minute, that's today. Geneva Smith is going to be 90 today. Well, let's get it on the right day, okay? Geneva Smith is 90 today. Now, Elsie Gass is going to be 79 on Saturday. Elsie Gass, 79, Saturday. Might be a bird or a plane, but it could be the archives. And it's time for us to go down memory lane, take a look at some of the things that has contributed to making this place we call home very special. And, you know, the Tony Hogan Health Clinic is certainly proud to be a sponsor of the archives, looking at the way we were. And, you know, Tony Hogan Health Clinic works hard to make sure that you stay healthy and you feel good and you stay well, and you check them out. Also brought to you by the good folks at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985, a Wright Tool distributor.
You can feel the difference at Tony Hogan Health Clinic. Tony goes above and beyond when it comes to your health care. From opening early at 7:30 to giving his personal number to patients, just in case.
This is nurse practitioner Tony Hogan. If you're already a patient, I want to thank you. If you're not, give me an opportunity to show you the difference. I truly care about your health and well-being.
Call me Mandy at Tony Hogan Health Clinic and let's get you set up with an appointment. 651-6707 or come by at the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow.
All right. Let me get my papers straightened out here, okay? Because it's time for us to go back 100 years and look at the archives.
Okay.
You ever learn anything on this show?
Every single time.
Something about our history?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 100 years ago this day, a story in the Republican. Misters Jack Whitty and Paul Hatchett have broken out with smallpox, and their families are quarantined until the danger is past. All pupils in the city schools who have not good scars have been required to be vaccinated. those that refuse are not permitted to return to school.
Well, there you go.
So what you have to do is you have to make sure that you stay healthy, and if it doesn't look good, or if the tests don't come back in a positive way, or I guess really a negative way, you can't come to school.
They were making you get vaccinated.
Well, I mean, it's just, you could start an epidemic there. This was in 1918, all thanks to Jack Whitty and Paul Hatchett.
Well, now, there are both sides to that argument now, Henry.
That's right, there
On
are.
the vaccination.
It continues to be argued, and it's, it's a spirited debate for sure on both sides.
Yes.
1928, this story in the Republican, there will be an all-day meeting at the Dripping Springs Church the last Sunday in May, at which time Professor A. Hume will lead the singing. Everybody come and bring dinner.
There you go.
It sounds like a potluck to me. And it's an all-day meeting, but they're not focusing on the evangelist. They're focusing on the person leading the singing, Professor Hume. So why not come on out and enjoy? Last Sunday in May. 1938, this was in the news. Aubrey Crow was in Louisville yesterday before the State Board of Embalmers examiners, preparatory to receiving his license. There were 8 men and 1 lady who took the examination. So I'm sure in 1938 that was pretty rare, lady embalmers.
Right.
And I'm sure that's why the writer put that in the news there. But nonetheless, it's good to be licensed, good to learn, and good to certainly a family with a rich tradition of serving families here.
They put stuff in the paper that nobody knows why they did back then, though.
Well, it's just they just said, well, here.
Like the fat guy that was going to open up the shop, remember?
Yeah.
And they just put that in there. Nobody knows why.
That's right.
That's rude.
And, of course, your classic line that he's
not going to carry stuff out.
He's not carrying stuff out.
I mean, you just can't put that in there.
Well, but we got to keep up and, let people know that the embalmers are getting licensed and all that kind of stuff. That's just good local information.
Let me start covering weight in the news of everybody I cover and see how that goes over.
Well, you have
like
to,
a lead balloon.
You have to stack it, so to speak.
Yeah, buddy.
This day in 1948, marriage licenses were issued recently by County Clerk Bess Howard. And here's the marriage licenses recently in 1948. William Clinton Kessinger and Mary Evelyn Davis. Edwin Eugene McNew and Alice Piper. Thomas S. Rennick and Laverne Kenslow. Stanley Odell Riddle and Edna Mays. Young couples getting married there. Post-war 1948. Issued by the county court clerk, Miss Bess Howard. All right, 1958. The Barron County War Mothers will hold their monthly meeting on May the 7th, at the Community Clubhouse. Mrs. G.E. Albertini will be the program chair, and Mr. Malcolm Black is going to be the guest speaker. Other hostesses will be Mrs. J. Wood Vance, Mrs. Mark Bertram, and Mrs. Ernest Scott. So those are some good folks putting on a nice meeting there, the Barron County War Mothers. I don't know if that organization is still in existence or not, but certainly I think that was one of the neater things that happened around here. Just, bringing an opportunity for folks who had young soldiers fighting a chance to sit down and feel better about things. The War Mothers. 1968, this was the day that we had news out of Temple Hill. So I know a lot of folks from Temple Hill. Let's see if you know these folks. Temple Hill News by Mrs. Clifton Wells. Mr. and Ms. Omer Williams spent Sunday with Mr. and Ms. Jean Ross and family. Mr. and Ms. J.B. Key spent the weekend at the lake fishing. Mr. and Ms. Mike Sherfy and family of Indiana, and Mr. and Ms. Asa Woods and Mr. and Ms. Harold Sherfy and family were the dinner guests Sunday of Mr. and Ms. Charlie Sherfy. Now, in Temple Hill, they were making connections. We had just some folks that went over and spent the day Sunday. Some others came over and ate. And then J.B. Key and his family went fishing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all life in Temple Hill.
There you go.
A beautiful, beautiful area of Barron County for sure, with a lot of history. This day in 1978, 3 Glasgow homes and a museum are on the open house tour of Kentucky in 1978. Here's what we have. In 1978, the home of Mr. and Ms. Townsend Calvert, Mr. and Ms. John T. Mitchell, and Mr. and Ms. Charles T. Renfro, along with the Gallery of Miniatures in Cave City, owned by Mr. and Ms. James Trigg Pace.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the 4 places on the tour, the 1978 open house tour in Kentucky.
And I've got an addition here to add real quick.
Okay.
Miss Albertini's the lady who provided the authentic Italian spaghetti sauce recipe for the Glasgow Scotty Band spaghetti suppers for many years.
Yeah, and that's, that is Miss Albertini was, if I'm trying to remember right, I knew I knew the name. I knew they were neighbors of ours, but it was one of the, I can't remember exactly why the Albertinis came here, but they were great citizens.
There you go.
It was one of the industries, but I can't remember which one. Maybe.
And Henry, we got a special guest here this morning. Did you hear the angel singing Hallelujah as he walked in?
Which angel was it?
Which angel? All the angels were singing.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Ernie Myers is here.
Okay, all right. We got to. You want to?
He's gonna come up there and talk to you about the Farm, Home, and Garden Expo, 7 o'clock.
Okay, I'm looking forward.
We'll get through these archives.
We're gonna get out of this part of it so we can move to the big news about the big Home and Garden show coming up.
Oh yes.
Anyway, that was the deal in 1978, the home tour.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how fashion conscious you were in 1988.
Okay.
An advertisement as all weather vane petites and suburban petites.
What, all weather vane?
Weather vane petites.
What does that even mean?
Well, it's a brand.
Oh, okay.
So the weather van petites and the suburban petites were 40 to 60% off at the Handmacher Fashion Outlet on the Happy Valley Road. So, that's really wonderful to have a factory outlet store at the place where they made these garments.
For sure.
So every weather vane petite and suburban petite, 40 to 60% off. The Weather Vane brand. I'm not familiar with that.
Not either.
19 and 8. Is that 78 or 88? That was 88.
Yeah, we're at 98.
We're at 98 right now. So we have talking about a display down at the Cultural Center. This day in 1998, Billy Vaughn, the King of Melody. It was an exhibit that was on display at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. And that was 1998. That was before it was opened up down where we are now, but up in the old Penny's location is where that Billy Vaughn, the King of Melody exhibit was on display in 1998. We finished 2008 yesterday.
Okay.
So we're going to wrap it up here.
That's it.
With the archives for today, and we'll look forward to learning more about ourselves on the Monday archives.
Yeah, or I don't know, sometimes it brings up more questions.
That's right.
Had some more information on Mr. Albertini.
Okay.
He came here with the Handmacher Manufacturing Company.
Okay, all right.
So thank you to, I think it sounded like Kim Glass called that in.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a lot of smart folks that tune in, and Ernie Myers, who's up there in the newsroom, actually grew up around the corner from the Albertinis.
Are you telling his age now?
The Albertinis were his neighbors?
Yeah.
Do you have that spaghetti recipe?
Yes.
He's got the spaghetti recipe.
You never know what you're going to learn by whoever walks in the door.
Copies are $10 each.
That's right, and it's one that made a lot of folks happy. Anyway, we'll talk more about that coming up in a minute. 45 degrees, 6:55.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
We're kicking off Let's Talk Barron County. People have an opportunity to ask questions, voice concerns. Together, we can find the answers right here. You just need to let people speak. Allen County has a higher median income per family than Barron County, but we have more resources. I believe together we can move this thing forward. That's what I want to do as your next Barron County Judge Executive. Let's Talk Barron County, Thursday, May the 3rd at 7:30 p.m. on WCLU, EPB6, and Facebook Live.
Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodmen of America.
All right, Wes Royce here for WCLU. It's 6:58. Before we get going with trivia, we're going to go live to the back room where we have Henry Royce and Ernie Myers. Good morning, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Wes. We are live with Ernie Myers, the Executive Director, Executive President, Vice President of the, that's changed over the years, Executive Vice President of the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce. It's not the title we want to focus on. We want to talk about something that you've really been working on, getting ready. It's going to start today at 12 noon. This is the Barron County Farm Home Garden Expo. It's a free event. First of all, it's a free event. And we do want to remind you that we're going to begin today at 12 noon. And Ernie, I want you to tell us exactly what's going to happen at 12 noon today at the National Guard Armory, okay?
Well, let me give a little background on the Farm, Home, and Garden Show Expo, Henry. Okay. You know, for the past 5 years, the Chamber has sponsored the Barron County Ag Fest.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
to celebrate agriculture within our community. Of course, agriculture is the #1 industry.
No question about
for
it.
Barron County, and we appreciate that, and we want to celebrate it as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
The Ag Fest was a great event for 5 years running.
I agree.
But like everything, it had a life.
Yes, that's
and
for sure.
It finished up those 5 years, and we have kind of remodeled it just a little bit, spoken with our sponsors, and they decided that what we ought to do is have a home show.
Mm-hmm.
And the committee decided, well, by golly, let's just do a home show. Haven't had a home show in Glasgow for going on 10 years or so. So the Chamber committee got together and decided to form the Farm, Home, and Garden Expo, meaning a home show and a garden show which has a farm tilt to it.
Good deal.
Chris Schalk, who is the extension agent for Barron County, is the chairman of the committee, and we have worked extremely hard for the last 4 or 5 months on this thing to get it going. We're going to have it beginning 12 o'clock today, at today meaning Friday the 27th, at National Guard Armory.
Yes, sir.
Down on Armory Drive or Calvary Drive. At 12 o'clock noon, we'll have a ribbon cutting and then kick this show off. We have approximately 65 exhibitors for this expo, for this event. There are somewhat close to 50 exhibitors inside, and then 15 or so in an open tent in the parking lot directly behind the armory. We have exhibitors ranging all the way from the sweet shop candy, fudge, all the way to insurance companies and mortgage companies, and everything in between there that you can imagine.
I like the fact that this is not something that's not one and done. Let's try to get out there sometime between noon and 7 today. If you miss that, or if you see something you want to show a bunch of other folks, they're going to be there tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m.
That's right.
And I think that's a nice twist to it. to give people opportunities to, because everybody's so busy, let's just give them the chance to get there. Several opportunities.
That's right, and you said busy. Busy's the word. This is a busy weekend.
Yes. Yes.
So for those folks who are committed tomorrow, meaning Saturday, there are a bunch of things going on. But you can come out today, even after work, because we're going to be open until 7 o'clock tonight. And I think most everyone who has anything or any project going on in their home, come out and see what Barron County has to offer.
And there's a lot of the merchants who are putting time and effort into setting up here at the expo. I've heard tale of you driving some nails out there and some 2x4s and getting ready for the weekend for sure.
Well, that's true. Of course, that's the culture from which I come.
That's right. The old planing mill free installation.
Well, it was judging from the profits that we made. I think most of it was free. To be perfectly honest.
This weekend you can come out there at the Armory starting today at noon. Stay till 7 if you want, and come back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Come back tomorrow at 9 o'clock and stay till 2 o'clock.
And with the number, it's going to take a little while to see everything, but that's good. That's an opportunity,
true.
And we want to thank the merchants. We have a lot of merchants in our community who said, well, the chamber's involved in it. We haven't done one in a while, and we're just going to do it. And it takes that kind of commitment to the community to make these things successful, I think.
That's true. That's true. And we appreciate the spirit of cooperation that we have experienced, as you say, with the merchants and with our sponsors. Our platinum sponsors for this event are Barron County Farm Bureau, Big Meadow Oil, and Edmonton State Bank.
Good sponsors.
And then we have a sackload of sponsors below that level. We have them enumerated on a banner at the expo. And without those sponsors, we couldn't do this.
No, it's fun to get. It's fun to go out and for the fun of it drive nails, but in reality, you got to have the sponsors to make it all happen.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Well, Ernie, we look forward to seeing the Farm, Home, and Garden Expo ribbon cutting at noon today, and the folks just need to come out there and get a taste of it.
Please do. Please do.
We have the taste of Barron County. This is a different twist on the taste of Barron County.
That's right. And speaking of taste, come on out if you want today. If you don't have lunch plans, Tater's Barbecue is going to be out there.
All right. Well, there's some lunch plans right there.
That's right. Tater's Barbecue, Lau's Tacos, what is it, Hawaiian Shave Ice.
Yeah.
Lulu's going to be out there shaving ice.
All right.
And after 3 o'clock this afternoon, Cheney's Dairy Barn will be out there with his ice cream truck.
Can't beat it.
Oh man, I'm telling you. So we have plenty of good food and plenty of exhibits to experience.
Come and experience it and tell a neighbor, and let's just all get out and support it.
Please do.
Starts at noon today,
Yes,
ribbon cutting, and then tomorrow it's going to be there until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. With Ernie Myers, this is Henry Royce, WCLU. Good morning.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson.
See Makita Power Tools on display at Glasgow Building Supply. Let's play trivia. That's right. We talked about the local aspect of the expo, the Home and Garden Expo, and now we're going to talk about local trivia here on WCLU, and somebody is going to win a delicious dinner out at Long John's A&W All-American Foods. So let's just go ahead and play the trivia question. Friday, local trivia. Here's one that I might have asked this 25 years ago, but in acres, how big is Barren River Lake? In acres, how big is Barren River Lake? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Hello, trivia.
Good morning.
Yes.
It's Henry.
Yeah. We're on the trivia contest, Jim.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know the answer?
No, I don't know the answer.
Okay. Well, call me back after trivia, all right?
All right.
Okay. All right. Trivia.
8,000 acres.
No, that's not right. How big is Barren River Lake? Trivia.
680 acres.
No. How big is Barren River Lake? This is a we have the 10% rule in effect. Trivia.
10,100 acres.
That's right. Who is this speaking?
Cindy Wilson.
What are you doing, Cindy?
I'm just looking it up on Google.
Well, I mean, that's okay. You can do that. But, there's a lot of people who probably remember when it was built. Not remember when it was built, but at least remember when money was appropriated for 10,000 acres. And that's what happened.
Right.
And that's a pretty big lake, you think?
It is.
It's a pretty big asset around here, too.
It sure is.
And I think that we should all do well to appreciate having a nice place down there like the Barren River Lake. All 10,100 acres of it, Cindy.
That's right.
All right. So are you gonna spend any time over there this summer?
I would like to take my grandkids.
Yeah, but it's 45 degrees. I don't go today.
I won't go today.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a good day.
Thanks.
Thank you, Cindy. Bye-bye. All right, Cindy Wilson. That's right. She jumped in there. It's 10,000 acres is what the Barren River Lake is in acres. We'll play Monday, and you never know when we're going to come up with something that will inspire you to call in.
When Fire Pit Spirits first opened in May, they set out to be a place of business that puts service above all else, and that's why they have a large staff to help you find what you need and then help you do your car when you're done. They strive to have the best selection in the county, and you can be the judge of that. They also wanted you to have the convenience of a drive-through window for when you're in a rush, or if the weather just doesn't suit you. With so many options, Fire Pit Spirits make sure they're equipped for professionalism and satisfaction. Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, Fire Pit Spirits. Best service, best selection, best friends.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire.
We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Hi, I'm Helena Chase Birdwell. I was raised right here in Barron County, and generations of my
CBS News Special Report. In a village along the border between North and South Korea, a day of firsts. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, just before he and South Korean President Moon Jae-in signed a pledge to declare a formal end to the Korean War this year. Then they shook hands and raised them together in victory. Hours before, Kim became the first North Korean leader to set foot on South Korean soil since 1953. Reporter Don Kirk in Seoul.
The two leaders have both made tremendous, some would say historic statements declaring an end to the Korean War. A lot of people are going to interpret this as really ending the state of armistice and opening a new era of peace.
Asia expert Roger Baker via Skype.
They have said that they are going to work towards the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, that there is no more space for war on the peninsula, that they are going to work towards unification.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rott.
Hi, I'm Helena Chase Birdwell. I was raised right here in Barron County, and generations of my roots grow deep here. I have spent my career serving people in local, state, and federal government offices, and I want to continue that by serving you, the people of Barron County, as your next Barron County clerk. If elected, I will bring fresh ideas to the office while continuing the excellent work the office already does. On May 22nd, I need your support. Vote Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
We're kicking off Let's Talk Barron County. People have an opportunity to ask questions, voice concerns. Together, we can find the answers right here. You just need to let people speak. Allen County has a higher median income per family than Barron County, but we have more resources. I believe together we can move this thing forward. That's what I want to do as your next Barron County Judge Executive. Let's Talk Barron County. Thursday, May the 3rd at 7:30 p.m. on WCLU, EPB6, and Facebook Live.
We're having a springtime sale at Bailey Gibson. Give my dandy a call on his flip phone for a great deal.
Going on now at the People's Bank in Glasgow. From now till April 30th is a very special rate on a CD, but you must act quickly. Between now and April 30th, you can get 2.32 annual percentage yield on just a 24-month certificate of deposit with a $500 minimum opening. Stop in and see the People's Bank and lock in your savings before they conclude April 30th.
Annual percentage yield offer valid March 21st through April 30th, 2018. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Not valid with any other promotional rate CD offer. No special add-on rates applied. Limited time. Rates subject to change. Offer valid on new deposits only. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. The Barron County Grand Jury returns an indictment in connection with kidnapping. In mid-March of this year, 27-year-old Michael Yanez of Glasgow was arrested by the Barron County Sheriff's Office after an hours-long standoff. Yanez is accused of holding 3 adults and 1 small child at gunpoint for hours and then allegedly firing multiple shots in the general area of the victims. After being held overnight and into the next morning, the victims were finally able to escape the residence and immediately contacted law enforcement. When the Sheriff's Office arrived, they negotiated with Yanez for several hours before ultimately taking him into custody. Yanez was charged with 3 counts of kidnapping, 1 count of kidnapping a minor, 4 counts of wanton endangerment, possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, criminal mischief, and assault 2nd degree. A warrant was also executed on the Yanez for the charges of assault 4th, domestic violence, and unlawful imprisonment. In reference to a separate incident, the grand jury returned an indictment on all counts and an additional count of persistent felony offender. In other grand jury indictments, 25-year-old James Fancher of Glasgow was indicted for 2 counts, possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. 38-year-old Patricia Hopper of Glasgow was indicted on 4 counts, 2 counts of unlawful transaction with a minor, drug paraphernalia, and possession of marijuana. 36-year-old Travis Smiley of Glasgow was indicted on 2 counts of theft by unlawful taking. 42-year-old Greg Ballard of Glasgow was indicted on 2 counts, fleeing or evading police and resisting arrest. 18-year-old Gilberto Ortiz of Glasgow was indicted on 3 counts, criminal possession of a forged instrument, theft of identity, and giving officer false identifying information. Remember, an indictment's an accusation only, and all individuals should be considered as innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law. And the Drug Task Force makes an arrest for methamphetamine late Wednesday night. An investigation by the Drug Task Force resulted in the execution of a search warrant at home on Temple Hill Road. Detectives discovered about a 1/4 ounce of crystal meth, marijuana scales, and drug paraphernalia. 43-year-old Stephanie Massey, 26-year-old William Froge resided at the home. Both were arrested, charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Both were lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. The Sheriff's Office assisted the Barron River Drug Task Force. Experts say fighting drug addiction takes more than willpower, a message that new data shows many Kentuckians now understand. The latest Kentucky Health Issues poll found 7 in 10 adults in the state believe addiction's a disease, regardless of whether they've had first-hand experience with addiction. Dr. Lynn Sadler with Northern Kentucky Health is encouraged by the findings, which she says show a shift away from the misguided notion that addiction is simply a character flaw.
It shows me that people are learning about substance use disorders, and they are recognizing that we are dealing with a disease and we need to treat it like we treat other diseases and approach it in a similar manner.
The number of drug overdose deaths in Kentucky was the 5th highest in the nation in 2016. Sadler is hopeful the findings on the poll can lessen the stigma associated with substance abuse so the state can be more successful at addressing the problem. And authorities say that a Kentucky teenager who walked out of school and left with an unknown person messaged a friend to call police. News outlets cite a release from the Berea Police Department that says 15-year-old Amber Renee Wagers left the Berea Community School on Wednesday morning and drove off with someone investigators believe that she met on social media. Police say that later she messaged a friend saying she was possibly being taken to Ohio and they needed to call police. Berea Police spokesman Jake Reed says police determined Wagers left of her own free will and there's no threat to the school or its students. He called the case really concerning. Reed says investigators are trying to access Wagers' social media accounts. She's listed as a missing person. An Amber Alert has not been issued. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs.
Ugh. I was about to pull my own hair out. I've been driving around for the last hour trying to find a place for me and my kids to get our hair cut on a Saturday morning. I know, good luck, right? Well, don't pull your hair out. Stop in and see our friends down at Heritage 76 Barbershop today. Heritage 76 Barbershop is located right on the Glasgow Square, so it's not difficult to find, so there won't be any driving around looking for a place. You can go right next to the Plaza Theater. You'll see the barber pole right out front. You can stop in and see David, Anthony, and Cody, who have more than 50 years of combined barbershop experience. No problems if you want to stop in on a Saturday as well. They're open from 8 to 3, and you can make an appointment if you want to schedule your time, or you can just show up and walk in with the kids. Either way, you're going to lean back in a professional environment with a big screen TV and 3 barbers who can carry on a conversation and cut hair. Stop in and see Heritage 76 Barbershop, or visit our website, heritage76barbershop.com. Call for an appointment or stop in, but whatever you do, don't pull your hair out driving around on another Saturday. See Heritage 76 Barbershop.
There are exciting things happening at Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson, and yes, the moving and unpacking are complete. Everything is set up, and we are ready to start taking care of you and your family at our new location, 1214B North Race Street. We are so excited for you to come see our new facility on the corner of North Race and Professional Park, directly across from TJ Sampson Hospital. We have bigger exam rooms, more parking, and even some new faces. Samantha and I want to introduce you to our new office staff, Kim Fogel, who will be the voice you hear on the phone when you call and who will assist you with scheduling appointments and requesting refills. Even though our location has changed, what has not changed is our commitment to personal, individualized care for our patients. Our motto is hometown healing, and that is one thing that will never change or be compromised. Our phone number is still the same, 270-629-6722, and our door is always open for new patients. Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. We are looking forward to seeing you at our new location, 1214B North Race Street in Glasgow. Call today to set up your appointment.
All right, folks, Angela Briggs here with WCLU, and I tell you what, it's been about a year ago, I guess maybe a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. I was scrolling through Facebook, and I came across the Munfordville song. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, folks, this song caught my attention. We got ourselves together here real fast, got it on the air, played it during our morning show, and I've actually got the woman behind the song, Sarah Beth Terry, on the line. How you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you, Angela?
I'm doing great. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. The Munfordville song, and then compared to the two songs that I got from you today and listened to, are you sure that you're the same woman that's done both of these?
I'm a chameleon. I wear lots of hats.
Seriously,
my head must be the biggest in the world. I mean, I have a hat for all occasions.
I mean, seriously, because just like take Leaving Him. That song, it really spoke to me. So now, for the people that may not know you, tell us a little bit about where you're from, how in the world you landed in Munfordville.
I'm originally from eastern Kentucky, a little place called Irvin, which is about the same size as Munfordville. Moved to Nashville, and I was 21 as soon as I graduated Transylvania University. Was in Nashville for a long, long time. Decided to come home for the SEC tournament, funny enough. And a gentleman that I hadn't talked to since college, he was the Army recruiter when I was a freshman at Transy. He contacted me through Facebook, and I thought, oh, who is this dude? Where did I know him from? Long story really, really short, he came all the way from Fort Campbell to my mom and daddy's house up in Estill County and asked me to marry him on our first date.
What?
And we got married, yes, true story. Got married 21 days later. He deployed 4 days after that. And we moved to Fort Campbell, then we moved to Fort Polk, and then we moved to Italy, and then we moved back to Fort Knox. And all this time I'm still back and forth to Nashville working and doing songwriting and singing and playing gigs, and opened up a music studio in the meantime, teaching kids how to play and rock out, and just anything I could do to keep busy and keep in music. And we were on our way to Fort Knox about a year ago to look at some houses there on post, and we stopped in Munfordville for gas.
Mm-hmm.
And being from eastern Kentucky, I'm like the biggest L8 fan ever. Like everybody who's ever been on my porch knows I've got at least 2 dozen cases in my. I'm like stockpiling for the Armageddon. Like I don't care if we have pork and beans, we have to have L8.
L8, not worry about the zombies, just worry about the L8.
No, I will straight out pull out my Second Amendment just to protect my stash of L8. Like
it's that serious.
It's that serious. When you're in Italy and you're in Louisiana and they're like, "You got what?" and I'm like, "You don't even know." Like this is like serious.
Right.
We could use this as currency in Kentucky.
There you go.
And we stopped for gas in this little place called Munfordville, and I even had to Siri it. I was like, "Siri, where are we?" She's like, "You're in Hart County, Kentucky, Munfordville." And I'm like, "Where?" Like I grew up in Kentucky and didn't know where this place was.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband said, well, we need a sign to, if we need to move here. I said, can't we just live here? It's so close to Nashville. It's so close to Fort Knox. It's right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I walked in the 5-star, there was this huge display of L8. I said, well, there's your sign.
There you go.
I said, they've got L8. So we drove around town for about 15 minutes and found the cutest little cabin ever on the square.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day we signed the lease and started moving all our stuff in. And my husband retires tomorrow morning with 22 years in the military, and I said, can we just stay? Because I really like it here. I really love my crew. I love that you're only 2.5 hours from Mom and Daddy, which means that they're close enough because they're getting older in case I need to get to them in a hurry, but they still have to call first before they come. So Munfordville is the perfectly situated town. We're right in the heart of Kentucky, so I just ended up here and just assumed the queenship. I was like, well, y'all have a mayor and you have a city clerk and a county judge. I'll just be the queen. And they're like, well, that's cool.
There you go. Now, how long have you been married?
8 years.
So leaving him's not about your husband. It's just a song.
Sometimes a song is just a song. There's a rule in Nashville. You'll always tell what the song is about, but you'll never tell who it's about.
There you go.
That's how we find ourselves in lawsuits.
I know that's right. Let's hear a little bit of Leaving Him.
He deserves to hear the words I'm hiding. Anything less than that is lying. I got a long, long road to walk before we have this talk. And he finds out that I'm leaving here to love you.
So you have an absolutely beautiful voice.
Well, thank you.
Now you're on Facebook. Where can folks find your music? Where can they find you? Where can they, do they just come to the cabin and knock?
A lot of times I just stop by the cabin. But I'm on Facebook at Sarah Beth Terry Music, and I'm also on YouTube with Sarah Beth Terry, and you can go to sarahbethterry.com. And nothing's available for purchase just yet because we're anticipating the release of the album later this fall. So we're going to release into the Americana market because I'm too country to be rock, and I'm too rock to be country. So they just kind of threw me into the Americana market, which seems to work out pretty well because it's kind of anything goes at this point. But
that's where all the cool kids
that will
are.
Be available soon. Yeah, it seems to be. I mean, you've got Sturgill Simpson and Jason Isbell and Bonnie Raitt and Emmylou, and I mean, you can't ask for a better crowd of people to be around. So I'm just standing in the back of the line going, hey, I'm over here. And I finally made it to the party. This is awesome. Yeah. So I've been writing for about 25 years and been doing it professionally for about 15. So it's a pretty cool journey to start with a bunch of people sitting on the porch and just picking and grinning and then to go in the studio and do something like Leaving Him or Esther County Rain and see the magic that's coming from something that was just a stray thought in my head. And the whole conception still blows me away, and I've been doing it my whole life. But
when you talk about being on the porch, folks can actually catch you live, front porch, Friday night.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be at the Front Porch Diner. It was kind of a kismet moment is what I call it. My brother and I co-own a studio in DeRidder, Louisiana called the Front Porch Pickin', and we have a variety of instruments, bass, guitar, drums, songwriting, voice, piano, harp, fiddle, banjo, anything that you can play, we teach how to play. And I handed him the keys last year when we came back to Kentucky, and he's running it. And then my mother was a newspaper journalist for a long time and wrote a column called Front Porch Pondering. So when I stumbled across Front Porch Diner, I'm like, well, this is home, right? Like, I'm home. And the icing on the cake, I said, if they've got tie-dye shirts, we're in. And so when I walked in, because that's all our family wears, we're like the biggest hippies that ever was. We love tie-dye. And we were all born in the wrong generation. And so when I walked in and everybody has on tie-dye, I'm like, these are my people. If you've got some LA and some cigarettes, I'm here. Let's rock.
There you go. And you'll be on the front porch. What time do you take the stage? 8 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock on the dot?
7 o'clock on the dot. First downstroke at 7 o'clock. And I'm going to play till they ask me to leave or everybody goes home. So whichever comes first.
Well, what do you say we wrap this up with a little sound bite of Esther County Rain?
That's awesome.
That's right, folks. Sarah Beth Terry. Catch her at the Front Porch. 7 o'clock, she'll take the stage, and I'll be there. Angela Briggs with WCLU, your home for local.
passionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062.
It was a tricky forecast yesterday. Some got a little bit of rain, some didn't. And once again, it looked like most of the rainfall was south and none to the north. Now, with the moisture locked in at the surface, we've got some patchy fog around this morning. So slow your roll. We'll get into the afternoon. Probably even sooner we'll brighten it up. So if you don't have fog, you're already starting to see the clouds break up into the afternoon, partly cloudy. And with the fog this morning, maybe some sprinkles of rain. This afternoon, 71. So we are milder because we've got that strong late April sunshine. Tonight, clear, 46. Tomorrow, sunny, cooler, a northwest breeze, 63. Tomorrow night, we're going dangerously close to freezing, 34 degrees the projected low. Some of us will have some patchy frost around. Then mostly sunny on Sunday, highs in the low 60s, and then the real warm-up begins. By Monday, big area of high pressure, large and in charge. Sunny low 70s into the upper 70s, maybe 80 degrees by Tuesday. Low 80s and dry weather expected Wednesday and Thursday. Well, I could take most of next week off. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. The fog is burning off a little bit. The visibility is improving a little bit out to Glasgow Airport, but still we got fog to deal with until about 10 o'clock or so this morning. 46 degrees is our present temperature this morning. 29.86 is the barometer. 100% humidity, northwest winds at a mile an hour, and we're at 7:32 at WCLU. This weather update is brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards, personal caregiving.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community.
Let's turn to local sports. Softball yesterday. It was Barron County defeating Russellville 11-1 in a 5-inning affair. Edmonson County over Caverna 12-2. Hart County beats LaRue County 13-4. It was Metcalfe County's Lady Hornets over Clinton County 10-3, and Monroe County down Campbellsville 15-2. Baseball yesterday, Glasgow ousted South Warren 7-6, and Warren East downing Warren Central by a final score of 10-4. High school softball today, Glasgow hosts Barron County at American Legion Park. This is a makeup game from earlier this week. Joe Myers and Bruce Trabue will have live coverage starting at 4:55 on 1490 WCLU. Online at playwclu.com. The game time is set for 5 p.m. Other softball action today. Caverna goes to Adair County. Hart County is on the road at North Bullitt. Edmonson County travels to Grayson County. Metcalfe County plays at Campbellsville, and Monroe County visits Russellville. In baseball this afternoon, Glasgow travels to Metcalfe County. Caverna hosts Hart County. Edmonson County welcomes John Hardin, and Allen County Scottsville plays at South Warren. That's a check of local sports.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin. where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Time you got your Ralphie on. What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
All right, let's look at the birthday anniversary club here today on this Friday, the 27th day of April. Let me sound the 60 gong here for... Wait a minute, that wasn't good again. The 60 gong for Teresa Austin. Happy 60th to Teresa Austin today. We also have the birthday today of Tanya Bennett. Teresa Bartlett is celebrating a birthday today. It's, let's see, Sawyer Wyatt is 3. Helen Martin with a birthday. Geneva Smith, we sounded a gong in her honor earlier this morning for her 90th birthday for Geneva Smith. Will Brody Spillman is 11. Larry Daffron has a birthday. Christopher Simmons is 25. Tyler England is 25. Joey Hunley has a birthday. Terry Jones, Gordon Melton, Holly Wood, Sarah Poland. Bobby Brown is 78. Misty Froggett with a birthday today. It's Brian King, Doug McPherson, Amanda Larkin, all with birthdays today. Anniversaries, Harry and Margie Word are celebrating their 61st wedding anniversary today. Congratulations. And we have Timmy and Shirley Miller with their 20th wedding anniversary for today. Now, let's get over here and look at the Saturday birthday list. Eli Middleton, Diane Chaplin, Loretta Russell, Victoria Silvestri is 19, Cheryl Bailey, Jonathan Morris is 14, Terry Sherfy is 49, Peggy Spears is 70, Dennis Vibert, 23, Amy Kilman is 43, Peggy Atkinson is 77, Elsie Gass is 79, and Wesley Kingry is going to be 36 on Saturday.
That's Wesley Kinslow.
Kinslow. Where did I get Kingry? It's Kinslow. That's right. Very good. I wrote Kinslow and said Kingry.
Well, I don't write very well.
Well, that's okay. I got it. So that takes care of Wesley Kinslow, 36 on Saturday. Now on the Sunday list, we've got Lisa Owen, Erica Woosnam. Hope I'm saying that right. Erica Woosnam. Tammy Perkins is 37 Sunday. Jackie Knuckles, we sounded the 60 gong for Jackie earlier in the hour. Ellen Bennell, Junior Bailey has a birthday. We also have Caden Marion. Caden is actually 14 Sunday. How does that happen? Miss Agnes Nadell. Miss Agnes, a very nice lady who has a birthday on Sunday, too. Congratulations. 651-9149-800-956-1023 online, WCLUradio.com. And don't forget today that we are patting on the back by special request Misty Froggett. Now, Misty was requested by, well, actually, it's just by her family. And her family wanted us to be sure to get her patted on the back on her birthday, and that has happened. So if you see Misty Froggett around town, you pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Dad, I need to pop in here real quick.
Okay.
News Director Angela Briggs just sent me a message. The Barron County Clerk's Office cannot currently issue any driver's license, IDs, or permits.
Okay.
The statewide database went down yesterday and remains down this morning.
Wow.
The KTC is working to resolve the problem. Anyone planning on getting a license, ID, or permit today should call 270-651-3763 before heading to the office to make sure that the system is back up and running. Currently, it's not running, but they're kind of just saying call ahead.
That's a smart thing to do because, it takes a lot of work to get this thing back up and running, and I'm sure that they are running real hard to get it back up.
Well, yeah, too. Plus, if you're getting your driver's license, somebody's got to take you first.
That's exactly right. So anyway, but be aware of that, folks, and check in and make sure you don't get up there and the circuits are all still down, all right? We'll keep passing that along, too, Wes. 46 degrees now at WCLU.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Hi, I'm Helena Chase Birdwell. I was raised right here in Barron County, and generations of my roots grow deep here. I have spent my career serving people in local, state, and federal government offices, and I want to continue that by serving you, the people of Barron County, as your next Barron County clerk. If elected, I will bring fresh ideas to the office while continuing the excellent work the office already does. On May 22nd, I need your support. Vote Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
7:43 now at WCLU and 46 degrees as we get rolling here today. I got to reach over here and make sure you know about some things. We have so many things coming up this week. You know, Ernie Myers and I were talking about it at the top of the hour with so many things going on this weekend. And it's wonderful that we have a lot of opportunities to go to things like the Expo, noon until 7 today, and then from 9 until 2 tomorrow. And then we also have lots of things going on around here. I got to get my right notes up here. I shuffle too many notes. Anyway, there's a lot going on, and we're going to keep telling you about it right here on WCLU. It is 7:44.
Good morning, friends. How about the church where you attend? How would it describe you, and how would you describe it? Cold or hot? Much of what defines a church is either cold or hot, depends on the individual. Most of the time, it is what we make it. If your congregation seems cold to you, try moving closer to the front. If it seems cold to you, try speaking to as many people as possible who are in attendance that day, and do so with a warm smile. Don't just stand back and wait to be spoken to and then go home complaining that no one was friendly to you that day. Someone once said that if the preacher seems to act as solemn as a funeral director, it's probably because the pews are filled with corpses. The joy of being blessed to worship God with fellow Christians should shine through your actions as well as your attitudes in the house of God. Be a light, not a damper. Be warm, not icy. When one is converted, the joy of their salvation shines through to the world. Brother Leroy Brownlow is reported to have said, turning the church into an ice house is not a proper conversion. Sing with joy, pray with fervor, listen with interest, and participate with thanksgiving. Remember, church is not a spectator sport, nor is it intended to be your entertainment. You will likely get out of worship what you put into it. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Everyone's time is at a premium. Using time wisely is even a mark on a young student's grade card. Well, at Ely Drugs, we value your time. That's why we have a website that lets you order prescription refills online with a simple click. Go to ElyDrugs.com and click on the icon that says Refill Request. That'll save you tons of time in getting the refill, plus making sure you take it on time too. And talk about a time saver. Ely's investment in a new automated filling system means even shorter wait time. Ely Drugs helps you manage your health and your time. Check us out at ElyDrugs.com.
University scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
We're kicking off Let's Talk Marion County. People have an opportunity to ask questions, voice concerns. Together, we can find the answers right here. You just need to let people speak. Allen County has a higher median income per family than Barron County, but we have more resources. I believe together we can move this thing forward. That's what I want to do as your next Barron County Judge Executive. Let's Talk Barron County. Thursday, May the 3rd at 7:30 p.m. on WCLU, EPB6, and Facebook Live.
All right, 747. I got a hat over here somewhere, and it's got names in it. Where can I show you? There it is right there. See down in there, those names? I'm going to dig one out. And oops, I've dropped one on the floor. Let me get down here. I hope this doesn't look too bad on TV, son. But we got to be fair. We can't draw out all the names without all the names in the hat, you know?
We have to be fair. That's true.
That's right. Okay. Everybody's in the hat. So I'm gonna draw out a name right here and see who wins dinner at Little Taste of Texas. Hey, it's Misty Froggett.
All right.
Misty Froggett, who's good as gold today.
Pat her on the back and say, "Take me to supper."
That's right. So she's going to be having Little Taste of Texas dinner.
That's great. I know Misty. Went to school with Misty and know her husband. Good people.
Well, that's good to know that that they are good people, and we like it when good people win. And we have actually all of our.
What do we do when the bad people win?
I don't know. I can't remember the last time a bad person won.
I don't think it's ever happened.
I believe you're right. Why don't we go ahead and do a couple of tidbit news stories while we're parked in here, you think?
And demand changes to the State Parole Board. Eyewitness News reporter Tony Yates live in Lower Manhattan with the details. Tony.
Good morning again, Charlene. And Herman Bell, if all goes as planned, will be a free man by at least 5 o'clock this afternoon. That's after serving more than 40 years for killing those two NYPD police. Angela Briggs.
Sounded like the regular news was coming over top of the tidbit news.
Yeah.
But I see you've got your computer monitor going there.
Yeah, and so I got it figured out now.
All right.
Anyways, tidbit news, couple of things.
Well, I just hate when people mess up my rap.
Yeah.
You know.
You want me to play it again?
No, okay. Please don't.
A couple of things here to talk about. We have, we're getting into racing season, horse season. How about a little horse tidbit here?
Let's do it.
Okay, horses can be tricky creatures, and even the most tolerant rider will occasionally yield to the temptation to give their mount a ticking off and a stern look, looking mean at looking serious at your horse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to groundbreaking new research, they really should not. The horse may hold a grudge.
Yeah. You didn't know that? Groundbreaking research.
Scientists at the University of Sussex and Portsmouth have established that horses can not only read emotions, but they can remember the emotional expression of humans. Published in the journal Current Biology, the discovery is the first example of its kind that mammals and sheds a new light on the intelligence of the species. The research team conducted controlled experiments whereby domestic horses were presented with photographs of an angry face and a happy human face. Several hours later, the animals saw the person depicted in the photograph, and then in an emotionally neutral state. Even the short-term exposure to the photograph was found enough to generate clear difference in the subsequent reaction of the horse when it saw the human in the flesh. The scientists note that despite the human being in an emotionally neutral state during a live meeting with the horses, the direction of the gaze differed depending on whether the person had been depicted as happy or angry.
It brings to my attention my childhood, where Nickelodeon was on during the day, Nick at Night was on at night.
Yeah.
Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest show.
It is
a horse that lived in the house and talked.
Yeah. That happened everywhere.
But in the 60s, they bought it, you know.
Yeah. Well,
now they're finding out you can lead a horse to water, just don't give him the evil eye.
Well, and that's right. You need to, if you give a stern look to the horse will remember that. That's probably something that needs to be factored into the disciplinary part of the horse. Nonetheless, give him a stern look. And you know, you see, back in the they used the whip.
Yeah, they still do.
And the horse probably doesn't forget that either.
Well, that's why they change jockeys every few races.
Okay. All right. Now, this other story right here, this is a different type of a race. One Texas town is holding a 0.5K next month.
We could do that one, Dad.
And no, that decimal point is not a typo. Instead of slogging through all 3.1 miles of a typical 5K, fellow underachievers will gather in Bourne, Texas, May the 5th to run what amounts to 0.31 miles or 1,640.42 feet. That's roughly the length of 3 New York City subway trains. A, quote, a possibly fully staffed or not staffed at all medical tent will be in place, you know. Just in case.
That's for insurance purposes.
That's right. 546 yards is nothing to take too lightly, the event's Facebook description reads. Of course, there's lots of looks to me like alcoholic beverages that are going to be available. And finishers will also receive the 0.5K sticker to put on their windshield, you know.
Well, they do that in Italy, too, you know.
Yeah.